It always starts the same way, a single flake, then another. At first it's so subtle you might miss it, just a whisper in the air, a gentle interruption to the city's rhythm. In Chicago, most people are too busy to notice at first. They hurry past, heads down, lost in their own worlds. The snow, just another background detail. But then, the air changes. It gets quiet, the city's usual noise muffled. The honking horns and distant sirens fade, replaced by a hush that settles over everything. It's like the world is holding its breath, waiting for the show to begin. There's a sense of anticipation, as if something magical is about to unfold. The sky fills with tiny white specks, drifting down to the pavement. Each flake is unique, swirling and tumbling, painting the city in slow motion. Yesterday, November 13th, that's exactly what happened. The city shifted, almost imperceptibly, as the first snow of the season arrived. The day began gray and cold, just another autumn day in the windy city. Leaves clung to branches, stubbornly holding on as the season changed. The wind off Lake Michigan had a bite, a warning that winter was near. It swept through the streets, carrying with it the promise of something new. Around lunchtime, the first flakes appeared, small, melting instantly. They vanished on contact, as if testing the ground before committing to stay. Most people ignored it, but some of us knew better. We watched, knowing these first flakes were just the beginning. This was the opening act for something bigger. The city braced itself, sensing the change in the air. A city doesn't just get snowed on, it prepares for battle. Plows and salt trucks stand ready, city workers gearing up for the long night ahead. But before the chaos, there's a moment of peace. The city pauses, suspended between seasons, savoring the calm before the storm. The flakes get bigger, start to stick, dusting coats and tracing tree branches. Soon, the world is outlined in white, every detail highlighted. The city's hard lines soften. Wonder replaces routine. Even the most familiar streets look new, transformed by the snow's gentle touch. People slow down, look up, point. The city is changing before their eyes. For a moment, everyone is part of the same quiet spectacle. For a moment, everyone is connected by this simple thing. The snow bridges gaps, bringing strangers together in shared wonder. The banker and the construction worker both pause to watch. Differences fade, replaced by a sense of collective awe. Kids press their faces to classroom windows, eyes wide. For them, the first snow is pure magic, a promise of play and possibility. Smiles appear on strangers' faces. Even the busiest commuters can't help but pause, if only for a second. The snow hasn't caused trouble yet, it's just beautiful. The city is wrapped in a soft, white blanket, untouched and serene. It's a promise of a different kind of day, when the ordinary rules might not apply. Anything feels possible when the world is new again. It's the quiet beginning of Chicago's winter transformation. The city is on the edge of something bigger, a season of change. The city, for a brief moment, is united in awe. Every corner, every neighborhood shares in the wonder of the first snow. The snow is a gentle invasion, not a threat. It arrives quietly, transforming the city without force, only beauty. It's a reminder that even in a city of millions, wonder can still stop us in our tracks. The first flakes invite us to pause, to notice, to feel. The first flakes are more than weather, they're the start of a story. Each year, they mark a new chapter in the city's life. And in Chicago, every winter, that story begins the same way. With a single flake, a city pauses, and the world feels full of possibility once again. We weren't surprised. In Chicago, winter always arrives with a certain inevitability, and this year was no different. The weathermen had been warning us for days, their voices growing more urgent with each new update. On TV, they pointed at swirling blue blobs, predicting heavy, wet snow and hazardous travel. The graphics seemed to grow more dramatic by the hour. The National Weather Service issued a winter weather advisory, flashing alerts across our phones and city signs. Chicagoans listened. Winter here's no joke. We know what's at stake when the snow starts to fall. Grocery stores filled with people grabbing milk, bread, eggs, the snow day survival kit. Shelves emptied quickly as everyone stocked up. Hardware stores sold out of salt and shovels. People compared notes on the best ice melt and snowblowers. It's a ritual. Hear the forecast, grumble, then get ready. Everyone has their own way of preparing, but we all do it. The city government rolled out the big orange salt trucks, prepping for battle. Their engines rumbled to life before dawn. Plow drivers, the unsung heroes, fueled up and got their routes. They know every street, every tricky corner. The city's plan was in motion before the first flake fell. Coordination is key when the whole city is at stake. Even with all the warnings, there's anticipation, like waiting for a holiday. Kids press their faces to the glass, hoping for a snow day. Will we get as much snow as they say? Will school be cancelled? The questions buzz in every household. Will I have to dig out my car? Or will the plows bury it deeper? The forecast is more than a report. It's the starting gun for a citywide event. Everyone tunes in, waiting for the next update. Everyone participates, whether they want to or not. The city moves as one, bracing for what's to come. The weatherman's warning is the city's cue to brace itself. It's a call to action, a signal to prepare. In Chicago, winter is a team sport. Neighbors help neighbors, and strangers lend a hand. Preparation is part of the culture. It's how we show we care for each other and our city. The storm isn't just coming, it's already changing the city. Every flake is a reminder. In Chicago, we face winter together. This morning, November 14th, Chicago woke up transformed. The usual light was replaced by a soft, bright glow, the world covered in white. 6 inches of heavy, wet snow had fallen overnight. The city's sharp edges were softened, the dirty pavement hidden. Cars became smooth mounds. Fire hydrants wore fluffy hats. Even garbage cans looked cheerful with snowy lids. The city looked peaceful, clean, brand new. The usual roar was gone, replaced by a profound hush. Only the scrape of shovels, kids' shouts, and the thud of snow from branches broke the silence. The beauty was overwhelming. Bare trees now arched with snow, the skyline like an ice palace. Nature had given Chicago a complete makeover. No matter how tough the city, nature always wins. The beauty doesn't last. People have to get to work. No matter how deep the snow or how cold the wind, the city wakes up, and the daily routine begins. But everything feels a little different under a blanket of white. The morning commute in a snowstorm is a careful dance, a test of patience and balance. Each step is measured, every movement deliberate, as people navigate the transformed landscape. Main roads were plowed, but still slick. Traffic crawled along, drivers gripping the wheel a little tighter, eyes scanning for hidden patches of ice. Headlights cut through falling snow, everyone leaving extra space, moving with caution and a sense of shared vulnerability. On the L platforms, crowds bundled up. Trains moved slower, muffled by snow. The usual rush is replaced by quiet anticipation, breath visible in the cold air. The CTA worked all night to keep rails clear, their efforts often unseen but essential for the city to function. Walkers shuffled along patchwork sidewalks, taking penguin steps to avoid ice, each person focused on staying upright. Boots crunched, strangers helped each other, a sense of shared struggle in the air. Even a simple nod or smile feels warmer in the cold. The snow breaks down the city's usual anonymity, encouraging neighbors to connect, if only for a moment. Shoveling is the great equalizer. Everyone with a sidewalk has to do it, regardless of age or background. The rhythmic scrape of shovels is a winter morning soundtrack, echoing up and down the block. It's hard work, but satisfying. Your small part in getting the city moving, and a reminder that everyone contributes. In Chicago, everyone pitches in, turning a challenge into a community effort. The commute is a challenge, but it brings people together, forging connections in the face of adversity. The snowstorm turns routine into adventure, making even the simplest journey feel memorable. The city adapts, and life goes on, undeterred by the weather. Winter demands teamwork, and Chicago delivers, proving that even in the harshest conditions, the city's spirit shines through. A snow-covered city has its own soundtrack. The usual hum of life is swallowed by the snow. What's left is a deep, ringing quiet, the sound of peace. Into that silence, new sounds emerge. The crunch of boots, the scrape of shovels, the whoosh of wind blowing snow from rooftops. The thud of snow falling from branches, the laughter of children, the roar of snowplows. Even the L train sounds softer, gliding along snow-covered tracks. All these sounds combine into a unique winter symphony. The city's noise is replaced by the music of effort, community, and play. The snow changes not just how the city looks, but how it sounds. It's a reminder that winter transforms everything. In the quiet, you hear the city's heart. And for a moment, it beats in time with the falling snow. While the city digs out, the parks become playgrounds. Lincoln Park looked like a postcard, endless fields of white, only bird and squirrel tracks breaking the surface. Statues wore snowy hats, families pulled kids on sleds, laughter echoed from the hills. Snowmen popped up everywhere, everyone a kid again for a few hours. Couples strolled, photographers hunted for the perfect shot, friends launched snowball fights. Even the animals at the zoo seemed to enjoy the change. Polar bears at home, seals gliding through icy water. In the park, snow isn't a hassle, it's an invitation to play. Winter's challenge is forgotten, only the magic remains. Chicagoans don't just endure winter, they celebrate it. You can't talk about Chicago snow without mentioning the bean. Normally, it reflects the skyline and crowds, but today, it's topped with a thick blanket of snow. The perfect reflection is disrupted, replaced by a bright white cap. Footprints surround its base. Thousands have come to see it in its winter coat. People touch the cold surface, take selfies, see the city anew. Millennium Park is transformed. The Crown Fountain is iced over. The Lurie Garden buried. The snow makes everything new. Forces you to slow down and notice the details. Tourists and locals alike are giddy, rediscovering familiar sights. The snow turns the park into a living art installation. The bean is its magnificent, snow-covered centerpiece. In winter, even icons get a makeover. A snowstorm is a test, and Chicago shines. This city knows how to handle winter. It's in the DNA. The snowplow fleet is out in force, drivers working 12-hour shifts to clear thousands of miles of roads. They start with main arteries, then move to side streets. A relentless battle. Crews keep L tracks from freezing. Airport workers de-ice planes. Building engineers keep the heat on. Mechanics repair plows and spreaders around the clock. It's a behind-the-scenes ballet of hard work. Chicago doesn't shut down. It rolls up its sleeves. People dig out cars, help neighbors. Keep going. Winter is part of the deal, and Chicagoans take pride in handling it. The snowstorm is a challenge, but the city is built to meet it. Under the white blanket, Chicago keeps working. That's the real spirit of the city. As night falls, the city transforms again. Snow swirls in the glow of streetlights, each cone of light a mini blizzard. Walking or driving feels like traveling through a dream. The world outside the lights disappears into darkness. The city feels both smaller and infinite. Sounds are even more muffled. Only the hiss of snow and whisper of wind remain. City lights reflect off the snow, casting an orange glow into the clouds. The night is softly lit, serene, and peaceful. From above, the city grid glows gold against the white. Holiday lights sparkle brighter, the chaos of the day replaced by tranquility. The snow is both challenge and wonder, a force that makes you see the world anew. Even in a giant metropolis, there's room for magic. Tonight, Chicago is silent, glittering, and full of possibility.